Hello and welcome back. Tonight the war begins and you'll find out what I mean by that very shortly, as we're in front of sold out 2,500 people at the Frank E. Cack Stadium. And this is TNA Impact being held by Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling in front of 205 people. So the first few matches tonight may be a bit suckish. They might not be as good as what they can be because we've kind of got everybody on the main card tonight. We've only got one pre-show match of mainstay guys, so I thought I'd bring in four guys from Ring of Fire, our training grounds. And those for the first two, of course, are TJ Perkins, as you can see on screen, and Robbie Dynamite. So TJ Perkins defeats Robbie Dynamite 9-15 by pinfall. TJ Perkins lead off his game, that's quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Robbie Dynamite out front with 22. Perkins with a 17. Robbie Dynamite improving performance, a 21 E-. Yeah, I might just go and watch UWA Elite because there's nothing going on the main channel. If you haven't heard of UWA Elite, it's a very weird company that has some really good wrestling and some really shit wrestling. So keep an eye out. Zach Zodiac at the age of 11 pulling out a bloody 36. I do believe he's only 11 years old in the game at the moment, or he might be 14. I can't remember, but he's very young. In a pre-show bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Wolfgang defeated Zach Zodiac in 10-40 by pinfall. The Ace Cross for a 33 E+. Wolfgang seen off his game. Wolfgang and Zach Zodiac pretty good chemistry and it lifted the match. That's quality in the colour commentary the match a boost. Wolfgang 23, Zach Zodiac 36. No work in progress. I expect Zach Zodiac to come into the main roster very soon. Of course, if you don't know who Zach Zodiac is, he's Zach Knight. Really nice brother. And he was wrestling at this time, I do believe. In a 59C, and I appreciate about decent wrestling without much heat. The Dudley Boys and the Modern Dragons defeated the Briscoe Brothers and America's Most Wanted in 1942 when Brother Ray defeated Jay Briscoe by pinfall the Powerbomb. A 59C, Brother Ray seen off his game, and that's quality lifting the match. Harris 42, Storm 41, Mark Briscoe 47, Jay Briscoe 41. Yoshi Tajiri 58, Super Crazy 61, Brother Devon 64, Brother Ray 64, and Devon 66. Super Crazy in Rumble, Super Crazy in Techno, Jay in Performance and Mark in Performance, not bad. I would like to warn you before the main show starts, please be warned that this show gets super crazy at the end. Hence, The Undertaker's feud. But we begin tonight with a 77B as Roddy Piper stands in the ring, he goes, "The war begins. This past month we've been testing the waters and you fans love the brand split. That's now it is permanent. And only at the big four events, Lockdown, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory, Turning Point, will we meet Explosion and they meet Impact. You see, in the 2 months before each of these events, we've got our own pay-per-views. This month, Explosion, worldwide, live from England. And we got Turning Point at the end of the month. We're going back, we're going head to head. At the end of the month, whoever gets the better ratings and pay-per-view ratings get the Monday night spot. It's all to play for. The war begins. So the idea behind this is to make it more interesting for you guys, because I don't decide the ratings, the game does. Whichever show at the end of the month gets the better ratings overall. For instance, if let's say all through this month, Explosion got 90 A's and this only got 84 B's all the way through the month, then Explosion would move to Monday nights and this would move to the Tuesday night spot. So whichever show is getting the better ratings gets the Monday night spot, basically. Which is going to be like the main spot, the main show. So it's all, it's going to cause some wars. And also, Roddy Piper is now sole general manager of Impact. And we are going to be bringing in someone for Explosion. But I ain't hiding yet. But in about that terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Doug Williams and Adam Windsor defeated Drago and Travis Tonka in 8:02, and Adam Windsor defeated Travis Tonka by pinfall. Adam Windsor was off his game. The injury that Drago took a big toll. The night's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Adam Windsor 29, Doug Williams 37, Travis Tonka 22, Drago 38. No work for his 35 E+, hence why this match opened up the show. Believe me, this show is very weird in the order it works, but it works. I don't think it'll get a very good rating, to be honest. 67C+ in a decent match. Jay Lynn defeated Fit Finley in 8:13 by pinfall. Jay Lynn's getting back his gunk. Jay Lynn 70, Fit Finley 59. No work improvements. Whoop whoop. A 92A, not bad. And I don't know why Roddy Piper should be on screen, but hey ho. The Rock. I am champion. I am the champion. No time for Benoit. 'Cause I am the champion of Impact. So what about all this shit and the split? We're going to stay on Monday nights because they've got The Rock on top of the tree. On top of the tree, not in the top of the tree. You see, Chris Benoit could not beat me 24 hours ago. I walked away champion. You know, he's singing the Queen, being a bit cocky, and then Chris Benoit comes out and goes, "Shut up, you idiot. You think I care about you winning? No. You see, I know I can beat you. I know I can defeat you. You see, Rock, unlike these fans, love me. Just before this can get any more heated, just Roddy Piper comes out and goes, next up, you're gonna face a man, Mick Foley. You're gonna face Mick Foley. You win, Chris. You get The Rock at Turning Point. That match is next. The Rock was a real star in this segment. The Impact storyline advance segment. No, Chris. I did put man, and I'll change it when I knew who I was doing because I didn't know what this show was going to do. So it is Mick Foley. Because I hadn't decided at that point who was facing. He's facing Mick Foley. In an exceptional match, Chris Benoit defeated Mick Foley in 7:55 by submission, a 71C+, and at Turning Point. And how I do remember this while I'm booking the shows is I have this set up so that I don't get confused with what brand's doing what. I know that's the King. If you look, that is the King of the Ring tournament notepad, which is blank because we finished the King of the Ring tournament. Many of you are probably a bit pissed off about what's going on over in there. I cannot really remember what happened in AAW the last episode, so I'm gonna have to go over what happened because I cannot remember who won what. Because I went on to book New Japan, which is what you're getting tonight. This episode 2, it's meant to be for this week. What I've got to do again after TNA, which is hence why I'm doing a load of TNA now. And Fallen Star, I've actually edited Fallen Star for Monday. The reason being is I've got hardly any space on my computer. As you can see, it's 15%. I've got hardly any space on my computer, so I need to get these edited as quick as possible, so I'm not taking up too much space until after my mum's New Year's party on New Year's Eve, not on the 30th or 31st, whatever December has, which will be fun. Oh yeah, it's not the 30th, it's the 30th. I'm going to the Panto. Wizard of Oz. Gonna be fun. It's time. So we now go to the back and we see Samoa Joe and CM Punk in the back with Jeremy Borash, and he goes, "It's time." Roddy Piper listened, and he did. He sees the fans are loving his food, and he wants to keep it alive. We get another shot at your belts in 4 weeks' time. And this time we will win. Yes, we might have lost the first time, but this war with you is going to end with us as champion. The best tag team in Impact will help us beat Explosion. So everything is turning into a big fallout brawl now between these two brands. Not only are we feuding with WWE and New Japan in the game, we now got Impact and Explosion going at each other back to back. And there will be some interesting angles on the pay-per-views. I have set it all up properly. Don't worry, guys, it has all been set up properly. So each pay-per-view is branded. Everything. It took when I actually set this up before, when I decided this at the end of the last episode. So this was about, whenever I recorded this last week, I kind of made that decision last week that I was enjoying the brand split and I wanted to do this. So I kind of did it all last week and it took me about an hour to get everything set up. Randy Orton. Nigel, you did not win. I'm still the Action Division champion and I'm still running this division. You see, Nigel, British wrestling is dead and it's nothing. It's nothing it used to be. Nobody cares about you Brits and I can't let you win. You see, but I am a man of my word and I'll give you one more match in 4 weeks. So you remember Randy Orton said if you do lose, I'll give you one last chance at the next pay-per-view for a shot on my belt. So he's doing as he said, Yeah, okay, the fans hate his guts because he's Randy flipping Orton, but hey, So is Randy Orton and Nigel McGuinness set up, ready for their match at Turning Point. We've already got 3 matches booked for Turning Point. We're doing quite well. The main event of the night will not be The Rock versus Chris Benoit. I am not making that mistake again. The main event will be the big storyline. But in about a decent little heat, the Badasses defeated the Spanish announce team in 8:04 when CM Punk defeated Julio Maximo by pinfall. In terms of ring work, CM Punk was head and shoulders above everyone else, a 62C. CM Punk and Samoa Joe and chemistry teaming together. So did Julio Maximo and Julio Maximo. Joe Lonwaito, pretty good chemistry calling matches. Smojo 60, Punk 70, Josie Maximo 42, Julio Maximo 51. And Josie Maximo is proving in Rumble a 62C. Not a bad match, really. And finally, we get some X Division action. And above that, decent amounts of little heat. Matt Sydal, Jimmy Jenkins, and Delirious defeat Chris Hero, Paul London, and Austin Aries in 8:28. When Delirious defeated Austin Aries by pinfall with a chemical imbalance. #2. All I'm going to say is the reason I've always realised something. Whenever I do events and pay-per-views and TV shows for this brand, Impact, or any pay-per-view, I always seem to open up with the X Division. X Division always seems to open up the show. So I decided not to do that. Delirious 51, Jimmy Jacobs 38, Matt Sydal 60, Austin Aries 46, Paul London 60, and Chris Hero 55. Aries in technical and Aries in performance. Thank you, Austin Aries, at 56C-. Brian Danielson's in the ring and he goes, "You're a cheat and you should not have followers and fans. If you did not cheat, I would be sitting here X Division champion. I'm coming for you and soon I will be champion." So Brian Danielson sending a message to Chris Daniels. And then we get an 81B with Paul Bearer and The Undertaker in the back in it. And Paul goes, "This war might seem over with your win last night. Oh, yes. Now you must take your wife's place as the sacrifice. Oh, yes. My Undertaker has plans for you. And you better be ready, Triple H." Ooh. So The Undertaker sending a message to Triple H. "You better be ready. I have plans for you." Believe me, these plans get weird. But in about that good wrestling and good heat and good wrestling, Paul White defeated RVD in 8:20 by pinfall. The chokeslam was 71C+. Rob Van Dam's getting better his gimmick. Paul White 66, Rob Van Dam 72. Paul White improving in performance, a 71C+. Oh, I love this fake wine. Non-alcoholic grape juice, it's delicious. In an exceptional match, The Undertaker defeated Rhino in 8:10 by pinfall. The chokeslam is 71C. The Paul Bearer and Undertaker great chemistry. Rhino 73, Undertaker 91. Rhino improving in performance. Good old Rhino. We're only in November. We're not even got through the first year roughly of this. Paul White and Kane are backstage. An argument breaks out, and of course they have a massive brawl. I don't know why I keep having these two brawl in the back, but there's no match set for these guys yet. The Badasses attack America's Most Wanted, leaving them down and out. But we've just got words that there is a match, actually. I'm going to book it in now because I will forget to do. I know that the X Division is not set in stone, and I know that the other match isn't. But for God's sakes, we'll just go with the fact that Paul White... You can see why we do a brand split because of the amount of people. Just look at this roster. If I do that now, that is the entire roster together. It is ridiculous. Paul White will be taking on Kane in what is not a very exciting feud because these two are not very good in the ring, if I'm honest. But yeah, 32E plus the tag title storylines last heat. My thumb is hurting for some reason. Next segment, please. Please don't go past 2 segments now. Are these the 2? Is this the next? It's a tag match. In a good match, Dustin Rhodes and Kane defeat The Rock and Kenny Omega. In 8:07, Dustin Rhodes defeated Kenny Omega by pinfall. The Bulldog. Rock with head and shoulders better than that's a 71C+. Paul Bearer did good work on ringside. Kane and Paul Bearer have pretty good chemistry. The Rock is getting better. His gimmick, the great performance of The Rock stood out. Kane 71, Dustin 72. Kenny Omega 33, Rock 98. Kane improving performance. I was hoping Kenny would get some improvements out of this match. Waiting for the game to load because it takes so long. In about that good wrestling and a little heat, another X Division match. PJ Black and Bryan Danielson defeat Chris Daniels and Excalibur when PJ Black defeat Chris Daniels by pinfall with a missile dropkick. Bryan Danielson 64, PJ Black 40, Excalibur 42, and Chris Daniels 64. Now PJ Black didn't pin Chris Daniels, he pinned Excalibur. Ignore that because actually Bryan Danielson. It was announced on commentary during that match, which you guys wouldn't have heard because there's no commentary. Chris Daniels will be taking on Bryan Danielson by order of Roddy Piper at the pay-per-view. Also, on that night, because he pinned Excalibur and Excalibur's not happy, it will be PJ Black versus Excalibur on the night. If I can find either party. Are they both openers? Because if they are, this isn't going to work. Yes, they are. Well, on the night, one of them will get pushed as a low mid-carder for the night, and that will help us sort that problem out. But there you go, 2 more matches added for Turning Point. It's not a storyline, but he got a pin. Excalibur wants to get revenge, so that's what's going to happen. Ignore the fact it says he defeated Chris Danielson and he defeated Excalibur. But Brian Danielson, and, you know, during that match we got Excalibur improving Rumble, but we also got word from the back. An 81B, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon are in the back, and he goes, "You don't scare me, Taker. No way in how I'm taking my girl's place in this stupid sacrifice." The Impact storyline, an 81B from him in a very short angle. God knows what he's going to feel at the end of the show. Oh God, what have I done? Can I go back and change the ending angle, please? Nope, you've done it now. It's set. You guys are going to think it's brilliant because you've had zombies, and now you're going to get this. In the battle, decent wrestle below heat, Brian Kendrick, Fergal Devet, Sanjay Dutt defeated Sharkboy, Alligator. Amazing Red in 6:38 when Sanjay Dutt defeated Alligator by pinfall with the Hindu Press, a 57C-. Brian Kendrick seen off his game, the announced quality lifted the match. Amazing Red 55, Alligator 45, Sharkboy 52, Sanjay Dutt 48, Fergal Devet 59, Kendrick 61. Dutt is improving in performance. Not bad, a nice little... No. I don't know what's going on here. Please. He debuted without a specific gimmick. That was it. So I've given him a luchador gimmick. So that was what's going on. I was a bit confused then. I forgot about that. So now he's got he's got a gimmick. He's a luchador. End of arguments. I know that it's a bit too soon, but hey ho, he needs a gimmick in my eyes because I need to utilise him for something. And then we have the action division in the Belvedere Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. The Zebra Kid, Stern, James Keenan, Roderick Strong, and Nigel McGuinness defeat Brock Lesnar, Kyle Karma, Randy Orton, Sonny Siaki in 6:22, and Nigel McGuinness defeated Kyle Karma by pinfall the Tower of London. 48D, the Zebra Kid was off his game. Stern James Keenan was off his game. Jay Long might today have great chemistry, and that's quality in the colour commentary match of boost. Nigel McGuinness 49, Roderick Strong 42. Stern James Kiernan 31, Zebra Kid 29, Sonny Siaki 44, Randy Orton 49, Cole Karma 26, Brock Lesnar 56. Who got the pin? Nigel McGuinness. Randy Orton improving performance and Zebra Kid in Rumble. And it's been confirmed to me at Turning Point as a part of the Action Division, because the Action Division is going to be a focal point of the show as well. Cole Karma's shut his explanation of or hatred of the Zebra Kid's dad, aka Ricky Knight, who works in England and owns a company in England, after working with him for a period of time. And, you know, Cole Karma is now in the firing line off JJR. If I remember rightly, title history, he was when we brought him in, it was ASAW British Heavyweight Champion. I don't think employment. Where's employment? He was in Ring of Fire for a bit and then ASAW. But yeah, he's going to be taking on the Zebra Kid. Hopefully Kyle Karma can get better in the ring. But he's very underrated in this mod, so I might edit him a little bit. A video plays hyping Triple H versus Sean Waltman, a 76B-. They've got the main event spot. I bet it will go downhill terribly. But then I hope... 75B-. Not bad, actually. In an exceptional match, Triple H defeated Sean Waltman in 24-43 by pinfall with an ace crosser. Triple H definitely had a great chemistry. Sean Waltman 73. Triple H 94. And no work with 74B-. A 74B- for the angle. I should have made this a 5-minute angle. As soon as the bell rings, the lights go out, and then we see loads of Druids and the Undertaker in the ring behind him. The Druids are surrounding the ring, the Undertaker's in the ring behind Triple H. He grabs him, and the Tombstone Pile drives him in Pile Jones. He then waits to the back, and Druids bring out a cross, and is put in the ring. The Undertaker rolls Triple H onto the cross. He then ties him to it using barbed wire. We hear him screaming in pain as 2 Druids are holding Stephanie back while she's trying to get there. We see blood coming out of where he's been tied with his legs, arms. He gets passed out of the ring with the Druids following him and take at the back as the show goes to black. So Triple H has been kidnapped yet again by the Undertaker on a cross, and he's been tied to it by barbed wire. And that's where we close tonight's show off. So this week's... Oh, you closed that for me, have you? Thank you. So this week's Explosion Impact got a 74 B minus. Oh God. There you go. So yeah, that's this week's rating. So next week I'll keep a list of ratings. I'm going to save this as ratings across the next 4 weeks and the pay-per-view ratings for each show. We'll close off this episode with the pay-per-view for Live from England, which I probably won't get a very good rating, but a 74 B minus isn't looking very good. I think the main event there, and I think the angle not being that long didn't help that. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again live next week, when we'll find out if Triple H is okay or not. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you with Explosion. Hey guys, quick update for TNA. Welcome back. We are a court-sized company. Hooray. Yeah, I'm going to be only doing this, the Impact you've just seen, and then also the Explosion. Every episode you're going to get 2 Impacts and Explosions, and then a pay-per-view every couple of episodes. The reason for this is, the last episode we recorded, I added up to 20 minutes time. And that to me kind of sucked. 20 minutes of your time. The thing of me, so I thought, because I've just decided to do this at the last second, we're going to have a look at some companies. We're going to have a look at World Wrestling Entertainment and New Japan. So, they're a cool-sized company. They're number 1 in the world. They have 44 active wrestlers. Their most popular stars are Diamond Dallas Page, Buff Bagwell, Rikishi, and Kion, and then Billy Gunn. At the moment, in the storyline scene, Shane O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo versus Test and Billy Gunn, Kion versus Rikishi, Johnny Ace versus Johnny Ace, and Diamond Dallas Page versus Johnny Ace. Okay, how's Johnny Ace facing Johnny Ace? How many Johnny Aces is there? I just think that's a glitch in the game. Oh well, let them get on with it. Current champions in the company is Billy Gunn, Funaki, Chuck Palumbo. Big Show won it this year, and he's now with us. Molly Holly and vacant, and they've been vacant since September. We are now in November. Help. We'll have a look at Ring of Fire as well, actually, while we're here. Just have a look at who their most popular stars are from this screen. So, we'll just put New Japan Pro Wrestling. Please remember, I'm not very good at Japanese names. Hiroshio Tenzon, or Tenzine. Toyo Kia. Jezuna Shinzaki. And Junjo Hirotia. And then Hiroshi Tenzon and Satsuma Kojima, who I do believe are in my game, which is weird. Sorry, I'm trying to sort the mouse out and it won't let me do it. Oh, sorry, I didn't see. I'm on my bed again now. I'm not downstairs like I was the other morning when I was recording the first 2 Fallen Stars. I'm upstairs. So New Japan currently have 60 active wrestlers. The most popular stars are Riki Koshua, who is the current head book of the company. Kenja Muta, a future member of the Hall of Mortals. The charismatic Kazuya Shubaka. Mishori Chino, he's been with New Japan for over a decade. And Kensa Sasaki, who is a star quality. There you go. We're not going to have a look at many more companies because there's not many more companies in the game, because we are number 2 in the world, and until Ring of Fire join the mix, and Ring of Honor join the mix, sorry, and that we're not going to have much to look at. But Ring of Fire have Raw Attitude every week. Current champions, Homicide, BT Gunn and Ken Anderson. Velocity champion is Extreme Tiger. Women's champion is Tracy Taylor, and the Ring of Fire X Division champion is Caprice Coleman. Yes, we have a Ring of Fire X division. Their most popular stars. It's run by Dave Republic and Jerry Jarrett. I have got rid of Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo. As many of you may or may not notice, they have gone. We have 75 active wrestlers on there. The most popular stars are Joanne Lorna, aka China, who is a star quality. The reigning Ring of Fire champion Homicide. Danny Doring, a 27-year-old, is working on a development contract. And Tony Momaluke, a 24-year-old, who's working under a pay-per-view contract. And the Supreme Athlete Mike Quackenbush. So, what I'm going to be going to do, and I'll do this on the screen, is wrestlers that are doing well, who are not signed to a training contract or developmental contract, will get given a developmental contract with us, because they do, if they're doing well, they deserve it. Now the problem is Joanna Lornan I can't have on the main roster because they'll upset a few people, but she's part of the women's division, so I don't know if she'll go for developmental. Oh, she will. I'm going to be nicer to her and give her a trainer. Right, there we go. We'll just go for developmental then. There we are. So she's going to be on developmental down there as well. So hopefully that will help us in the long run. So yeah, I'm sorry about that decision, but that decision has been made for the right reasons. Also, that means I can get on with booking, and it doesn't mean I've got to spend 8 hours trying to book 4 shows in a pay-per-view, because that's how long TNA normally takes me. TNA is the longest one to set up because of the brands and stuff and remembering what's doing what. So, and especially now we've got, Worldwide and Turning Point. The only match Turning Point's looking quite good. Hopefully Worldwide will start changing as well. Got no general manager just yet, so you have to wait and see for that. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again with Explosion, and then hopefully you guys won't be annoyed about the decision. But we got Fallen Star, you got TNA Impact, you got New Japan Wednesdays, and you've got AAW Thursdays. So I don't see cutting it down to two an Impact and Explosion episode is going to matter really. So thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you again real. Hello and welcome to TNA Wrestling live from the Great Lakes. Still, we are doing this on the Great. We're doing each. So Impact will be happening from one city in one area, and then Explosion will be in the same area but from a different city. But these are the results from Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling TNA Explosion, being held in front of a sold-out crowd at the Dickinson Athletic Center in Chicago, Illinois. In a future bout, decent rounds of a little heat. Drew Galloway and Bobby Roode defeated Kid Cash and Steve Corino in 15:05 when Bobby Roode defeated Steve Corino by pinfall the Rude Awakening. Drew Galloway is the weakling, which is what I was expecting, but Bobby Roode 46, Galloway 32, Steve Corino 60, and Kid Cash 55. No Work Prison 52D+. Let's see what the next one gets. A 69C+ in a pre-show bout had good wrestling and a decent match for the crowd. The APA defeated the Hardy Boys in 14 minutes 34 when John Bradshaw Layfield defeated Jeff Hardy by pinfall the aided powerbomb. In terms of ring work, Jeff Hardy was 10 shots above everyone else. Matt Hardy was off his game. Jeff and Matt Hardy showed his chemistry teaming together. Match of better announcing. John Simmons 61, John Bradshaw Layfield 71, Matt Hardy 62, Jeff Hardy 88. Layfield improving in performance. 95 A-star to open up tonight, and we see Steve Corino in the ring, and he goes, "Oh yes, you're not seeing things, but we need ratings, lol. You see this, Regal? I got your championship. Oh wait, it's mine now, lol. You see, I'm the new star and face of Explosion, and you fans in Chicago seem very happy about it. Hey, give me some cans." So 2 cans of beer get passed to him, and he cracks them both open and drinks them before banging them together. He does his weird thing where he pretends to drink the beer, drinks some of the beer, and it all goes down him, and then he bangs them together. And then William before he can finish doing that, William Regal comes out and he goes, "Same old crap from you. You see, you've stolen my championship. You should not be a champion. You see, every week I went out there and defended it when I was asked to. You should not be a champion. You see, I don't have to cash my rematch clause, because William Regal vs. Steve Austin has been booked for this show out of England for 24 hours. Tonight, find a partner to join you in the main event." So he's having a right giggle at the expense of, Steve Austin here. He's going, "Yeah, well, I don't have to cash my rematch clause in, which means I've still got my rematch clause after Worldwide because management have already booked this match." But it will be Steve Austin versus the British guy, William Regal, the most hated man in Britain at Worldwide, the main event in the UK. I expect a small crowd for that. Don't expect a massive solid crowd. When we move on, please, to a 8-woman tag match. As in a battle of subpar wrestling, a little heat, Beth Phoenix, Jacqueline Moore, Mickie James, ODB defeat Tori Wilson, Trish Stratus, Gail Kim, and Miyama, or we'll just call her Toyota. In 8:50 when Jacqueline Moore defeated Toyota by pinfall, 48D+. Jacqueline Moore seemed off her game, and that's quality. The colour commentary together match a boost. Toyota 58, Kim 32, Stratus 53, Tori Wilson 33, ODB 42, Mickey James 38, Jacqueline Moore 57, Beth Phoenix 30, ODB and Rumble and Performance. Out of all 8 of you women, only you improved. Well done, ODB. My standout girl. So yeah, the women's division opens up. In above at Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. Dean Thomas defeated the Blue Meanie in 8-11 by pinfall the pile driver, 43D. Dean Thomas 28, Blue Meanie 48. No work improvements. Just one of a hardcore division match, because the hardcore division is important. An 80B from BJ James and Marin Arado in the back. And he goes, 40 hours ago, I got beaten by a shot of the guitar while the ref was knocked out. Jeff, I've been talking to our secret GM and at Worldwide in England, I get to take your ass down, and this time I won't lose. So you'll see Worldwide kind of gaining a lot of matches tonight for the card, because I have a lot of matches planned for Worldwide, because I've only got this, 2 episodes to kind of build up to Worldwide. So I'm kind of just going frickety frick. But you'll kind of get to know that the storyline matches are going to be happening. And of course, this is, we've got Final Revolutions, and it kind of sticks in with Deadly Games, Genesis. You've got Deadly Games. So after Genesis, you've got Sucker Punch, which is one of the Explosion ones. Internal Anarchy, Vengeance. But you can see the ones which are not normal TNA, and they are even doing Devil's Playground. So if you've watched the 4-star episode, you'll get that reference. Anyway, let's go on with the show, shall we? There's a lot happening tonight. In above at Subpar Wrestling, a non-existent crowd heat, Gado and Jado defeated Da Hit Squad in 7:41 when Gado defeated Dan Math by pinfall. Monster Mac was the weakling, trying to keep with Everhouse ring performance. Monster Mac 33, Dan Math 45, Jado 49, Gado 55. No working for 48D. Not bad at all. And then James Mitchell comes out with his boys on the stage. James Mitchell, Big Dave. While Gado and Jada stood in the ring, and the camera kind of goes on the side of the ring where you see all of them together in one big shot. We do listen to the fans, even though we're the bad guys. The fans love us. You see, Bulk and Big Dave are happy boys. They're going home to the UK. But they wanted to give you one more match as you put up a great fight at the last pay-per-view. See you then, boys. So yeah, Bulk and Big Dave being kind of a bit of 50-50 heels here, going, they put up a good fight, they deserve another shot at the belts, they get them at Worldwide. So in England, at Worldwide, the UK Pitbulls in their home country will be taking on Gado and Jado, an international match on the shores of England. It's one you don't want to miss. That's that going to happen. A 50D plus from that angle, not one of the best angles on the night, but I ain't complaining. I think we've got a good show on. In above at Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. Angel Williams, Mischief, and Natty Nadine Hart defeat Daphne, Katrina Walters, and Lita in 7:27. When Natty Nadine Hart defeat Katrina Walters by pinfall. In terms of ring work, Lita was head and shoulders above everyone else, but she left before the end of the match at 50D plus. So basically, she got fed up with bit tagging with these two, kind of newcomers to the business. So she just jumps off the ring apron and leaves. Natty Nadine Hart's getting better gimmick. Lita's getting better gimmick. The colour commentary getting a match of boost. Lita look excellent out there. Natty Nadine Hart 31, Mischief 41. Angel Williams 29, Lita 72, Katrina Walters 34, Daphne 35, and Daphne improving the technical. These are relatively new to the business. They're going to need work, but they're going to get there. So I look on TNA.com/explosion and I see I'm facing Abyss at Worldwide again. I lost. If Management want it again, so be it. All I'm going is UK be ready for blood and I'll be new champion. So ignore all I'm going. So be it. UK be ready for blood and a new champion. That is what the angle is meant to say. I don't know where the hell that bit came from. So Sandman is booked to take on Abyss again in England. And it will be not a death match. So don't dare do a death match. And we're going to be doing a special match for the fans in England. We're going to be doing a fans bring the weapons match. So Sandman will get to face Abyss. And the fans are getting to pick the weapons because they're going to be bringing the weapons with them. What the hell can the crazy stuff that the English fans can come up with? But a fans bring the weapons match. It's going to be interesting. I've seen some of the shit what we bring when we did Progress to the fans bring the weapons match. It then goes into a match, but in a decent match that didn't have much heat. Sandman and Tommy Dreamer defeat Vampiro and Abyss in 8:27 when Sandman defeated Vampiro by throwing for the flying leg drop. A 61C, Vampiro still getting better at his gimmick. James Mitchell did good work at ringside. Abyss 48, Vampiro 66, Dreamer 62, Sandman 55, Tommy Dreamer in performance and Vampiro in performance. A 61C, not bad at all. And Vampiro, you're part of the hardcore division, so stop moaning. That's your job. You're in the hardcore division. You're going to be a hardcore wrestler. End of argument. In a battle that had decent investment, how much heat, the UK Pitbulls defeated 2 Corey in 7:25. When Bulk defeated Scotty 2 Hottie by pinfall the Bulkish driver. The UK Pitbulls make number 11 in the bout. Yeah, blah de blah de blah. 54 for Scotty 2 Hottie, Grandmaster 64. Big Dave 39, Bulk 39. No work for us. These two are getting better. At 48D. They're getting better in the ring. And then Gado and Jado won in the ring and beating them down. Kind of going, we didn't need your recognition, but we accept the match. They're like, boo. What's next? Oh, another hardcore match. And about that, subpar wrestling a little heat. Devon Storm and Danny Havoc defeated Too Tough Tony and Nick Mondo. When Devon Storm defeated Nick Mondo by pinfall the inverted DDT, Devon Storm carried the match in terms of ring performance. Devon Storm's getting better at his gimmick. Nick Mondo 36, Too Tough Tony 28, Danny Havoc 34, Devon Storm 59. Danny Havoc improving a performance of 46D. Not a little bad match. Then Lita's in the back and goes, Trish, you lost, but management wants us to face in a 4-way in the UK. So yeah, I am number 1. I am numbered to lose this baby. This will be coming back to the US with the championship. You see, these fans are stupid for cheering for this stupid woman Trish, but I'm going to make sure there will never be a woman's champion again. Just give me a second. Oh God. So yeah, we got a fatal 4-way match at Worldwide. So it'll be Lita, and I need another. I can't remember who that's. Oh yeah, Jacqueline. It'll be Lita, Jacqueline Moore, with Trish Stratus and Tori Wilson. That was the plan. There's your women's 4-way match. So 68C plus, not bad at all from that angle. She got home early. So yeah, I'm just sorry. My missus is trying to call me, and I'm kind of just told her I'm recording because she's been at work all day. In a battle that had decent wrestling without much heat, Jason Liger and AJ Styles defeated Monty Brown and Kevin Steen. In 7:45, when AJ Styles defeated Kevin Steen by pinfall the Stars Clash. In terms of ring work, Jason Liger was 10 shots above everyone else. Kevin Steen was the weak link to carry on his performance. 63C. AJ Styles 62, Liger 74, Kevin Steen 42, Monty Brown 55, Liger improving a performance. Not a bad match from these guys. Just for a random tag match. In a battle that had decent wrestling without much heat, 1 Killings defeated John Cena in 8:12 by pinfall the Truth or Consequence. 52D plus, John Cena 41, Ron Killings 58. No work improvements. We'll move on. So Edge, you beat me. I don't care. 2 weeks, worldwide, England, steel cage match. Me versus Edge. See you soon, Punk. Very quick promo there from, him, going, yep, cage match. I'm going to do a modern one. So it'll be Edge versus Christian. They can escape, pinfall, submission, all of that jazz inside the steel cage. It'll be Edge versus Christian Cage. And that's going to be live from England. I'm trying to make this show as exciting as possible because we're going to be in England. So I'm trying to give I'm trying to book. But then Trish Stratus is basically attacks Lita backstage, leaves her down and out. Ooch. Oh dear. In a battle had fantastic and great wrestling, Christian Cage, Booker T and BJ Jones defeat Jeff Jarrett, Eddie Guerrero and Edge in 9:02 when BJ Jones defeated Edge by pin for the pile driver. Eddie Guerrero is getting better at his gimmick, Edge is getting better at his gimmick, the match deserved better announcing. BJ Jones 65, Booker T 75, Cage 69, Edge 82, Eddie Guerrero 83, Jarrett 82, no work improvements. So I'm just going to pre-book this as because I've got all the matches booked, but it's going to kind of confirm that we're having Booker T versus Eddie Guerrero at the worldwide event. And these British fans are getting quite a bloody good card, I think, for them so far. You know, you've got their tag, you know, the UK Pitbulls, Gator and Jada, Cage versus Edge. You've got Booker T and Eddie Guerrero, Beta James versus Jeff, Sandman versus Biss, Regal versus Austin. A 4-way for the women's title. England, you're getting a good show. I can't remember what's next. Is it the main event next? Nope, Raven. And above had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Raven defeated Kurt Hennig in 7:51 by pinfall, legally using the ropes for leverage. Raven 77, Kurt Hennig 76. Pre-booking worldwide. After that sheet, Kurt Hennig's going to have a match at worldwide against Raven. I might as well book the other match in, which is in front of me on the notes. That's going to be happening at the worldwide because it's on the notes. So you probably would have, in this day and age, you would have gone out. All this would have been like leaked online at some point if I could, you know, the way I keep stuff written down. Mid-carder AJ Styles taking on. I know it's happened before, but he's going to be taking on Monty Brown at that English show. There you go, 65C for that. Probably won't get that. And then Scott Hall's joining Austin as he takes on Regal and Angle in tonight's main event. A 79B hype for that. Let's see what the main match gets. 80B, so I think this one will probably win in ratings this week. In an exceptional match, Steve Austin and Scott Hall defeat Kurt Angle and William Regal in 24-31 when Steve Austin defeated William Regal by pinfall. Scott Hall was the weakness, stood the queue over else's performance. Now says Kevin Kelly is pretty weak. The match is a better announcing. Regal 89, Angle 95, Scott Hall 77, and Steve Austin 96. No work improvements. I'll put one final match on worldwide, and then you have the full pre-booked card for worldwide. I have done a lot more pre-booking for worldwide because it's a nearer pay-per-view. You might get a lot more individual matches for the next pay-per-view TNA, but it will be Kurt Angle taking on Scott Hall. I think everyone would know that anyway. But Angle versus Hall is going to be happening. And we end tonight's show. I'm not expecting an 80B just because the main event got an 80B, but we'll see what we get. A 76B minus. So let's bring up a 74B minus. So at the moment, even though it's a 76B minus, Explosion is in the lead with 76. How will this work? The one which gets the highest ratings over the course of the TV tapings be minus. So, for instance, the 76 is higher than the 74, so at the moment Explosion's winning. But if next week they get a 76 and these only get a 74, then they're drawing. Sort of. It'll become more clear as we go on. But thank you for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Join us tomorrow for New Japan Wednesdays when we'll get 6 events. Because we're going to do a few weeks of that. But thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you again live real soon.